Now, at the same time in New York City, closing arguments in former President Trump's civil fraud trial, where the state of New York is seeking $370 million in damages. Today's proceedings slightly delayed due to a bomb threat at the judge's home, but we can see Trump leaving the courtroom right now. Let's listen in.
This is a political witch hunt, the likes of which nobody's ever seen before. They owe me damages for what they've done. We have a great company. We're a very innocent company. We did everything right. They have no witness against us other than Michael Cohen, who's a discredited felon. They have no witnesses against us whatsoever. They don't have one piece of paper. What we've run is a great company, and that's been proven. Very highly successful company. This was a political witch hunt for election interference, but also for getting somebody elected because you wanted to get the publicity. It's a disgrace, and they should pay me damages. That's the way it should be. They should be paying me damages. This is a disgraceful situation. This is why businesses are fleeing New York, like Exxon. Millions and millions of dollars a year in taxes, and I paid millions and millions of dollars a year. We paid approximately $300 million over a fairly short period of time, and they don't want me to pay it anymore. This is a very serious problem because companies are fleeing New York. They ought to focus on the crime, violent crime in the city. One of the reasons they're fleeing. The other reason they flee is because of attorney generals like this that just want to get elected. Thank you very much. It's been a very successful trial. I don't know that we're going to get a fair ruling, but everybody knows what I just said. This is a sham, and it's a shame. Thank you.
Are you talking today, Professor?
Are you going to talk?
All right, President Trump the former president proclaiming his innocence there, speaking outside of that Manhattan courtroom. Now let's get back to our coverage. We have Hunter Biden, we have Trump, both in court. Correspondent Nancy Liu covering Biden in Los Angeles. But we start with Joe Connell, who is outside of that courthouse in Lower Manhattan. And Joe, we just heard from the former president there.
You just heard from him. It's the message that he's been saying throughout the day and, frankly, throughout this entire trial, that he doesn't think it was fair, that he feels like this was brought by a politically motivated state attorney general in Letitia James. So he has echoed that message before here in court and also on the campaign trail as well. I want to bring us back, Nichole, to what just happened in the courtroom moments before Donald Trump came out, because it was actually pretty remarkable. He himself stood up for 3 or 4 minutes and sort of delivered a final statement. Now, that is totally unexpected. We did not think that was going to happen because you may remember Donald Trump actually wanted to deliver his entire closing argument himself rather than his attorneys delivering it. And originally, Judge Engoron was agreeing to that. He was going to let Trump do the closing argument, but he leveled some conditions on the former president, saying you're not allowed to personally attack the judge, the courtroom staff, or the prosecutors who brought the case, and you have to stick to the facts of what's happening in this trial. You can't make this a campaign speech. Well, apparently Trump's lawyers did not agree to that, and so it ended up being today that Chris Kise, Trump's attorney, gave the final closing argument today. But at the very end of his closing argument, he essentially just asked the judge, can former President Donald Trump have 2 or 3 minutes to say something? And the judge sort of reluctantly agreed to that. Again, all of this a surprise, I think, to everybody in the courtroom. And in those 2 to 3 minutes, Donald Trump said in court that this is a fraud on himself. He says he is an innocent man who is being persecuted by someone running for office. Essentially the same argument that we just heard the former president make outside the courtroom. And at the end of that, the judge asked Trump's attorney to control your client. So some unexpected fireworks there again, Nichole. Pretty remarkable that all happened in just the span of a couple of minutes here. Now, I do want to just remind everybody what is at stake for former President Trump. The state attorney general is asking the court to fine him some $370 million and bar him from ever doing business again in New York. So those are incredibly high stakes for the former president. We all but know already that his legal team is going to appeal whatever comes down. They've made that virtually clear and almost a certainty at this point. So that is what's happening today, sort of the beginning of the end of this process. But a lot happening here, Nichole, in just the last couple of moments. We expect the judge is going to give a verdict or a ruling here sometime before the end of the month in written form. So sometime before we get a decision in this case, Nichole.
All right. And the former president, they're saying the state should be paying him versus the other way around. All right.
Yeah.
Joe Khalil, live outside of the courthouse. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.